I got asked today, what would I need to do to use Discover Text to figure out what people are saying they like and don't like or hate about Walmart on Facebook? And to do that, you would need to log in with Facebook credentials to Discover Text, which is at discovertext.com. Before you do that, I would strongly encourage you to take a close look at the page on our Help Wiki, which is the Using Facebook to Log In page. And this walks you through in detail every screen that you have to pass through, including how you use your Facebook credentials and the kinds of questions that Facebook will ask you as a part of this process, where you need to allow Discover Text and Facebook to speak to each other. And some of them sound pretty daunting, and we want you to take a look at this. We've created a special set of opt-in or opt-out settings in between the Facebook credentialing process to allow you to customize this relationship between Discover Text and Facebook. But ultimately, it's the second big blue button where you'll give what sound like very all-encompassing rights to the two software systems to speak to each other. If you're willing to do that, and then you log into the system, and I'll do that right now using my company email. Then you get really neat access to what is called the Graph API. And so say I wanted to start a new project, and this is the home dashboard page. Start a new project, and it's going to be called Walmart. And in this project, I'm going to want to collect live feeds from Facebook. Currently, these feeds go back 6 months. At some point, we may lift that limit and let you go all the way back, but the default here is Facebook Newsfeed, and there's some other feeds you can look at as well. And I'll create an archive called Walmart on Facebook. Right? That's just a place where we're going to put a bunch of files. If I know the page name, I can stick it in here, but it's more interesting just to put the term here. This is the Facebook search inside of Discover Text. So I'm going to search Walmart and get probably collection of results. Now this is version 1 of our interface with this. This is probably going to be the top result here. Maybe the main page for Walmart on Facebook. But as you can see, there are other pages that show up, and we're going to try and project more metadata and previews. But as you can see, there are groups as well. Not that many. So let's go with this one, presuming it's the main page, first search result. And here we can schedule a sort of repeated feed grab. So up to 100 grabs, and I'll set it at the max. And then a kind of granular setting for a Facebook page, probably once a day would be enough, though you can experiment with this. Some Twitter feeds are so voluminous you want to set it for every 15 minutes or 30 minutes, something like that. And what's going on now in the system is that the data is processing. I've got a bunch of notifications because I've been doing demos and gathering all kinds of data off of Facebook and Twitter for the purpose of demonstration. But I can clear all those notifications out and just watch for the notification when my Walmart data comes in. While I'm waiting for that to finish, and it hasn't, I can go back here and start another live feed, say this time from Twitter. And I can call this archive also Walmart, but with a pound sign to indicate that I'm going to do a search. Here you need to authenticate with Twitter, so you can sign in with your Twitter credentials. It's a little less daunting than the Facebook sign-in. Oops, tough to type and talk. Hopefully I got that right. And then I'm authorized and go back, and you can see I'm already signed in with Twitter. And I can do my pound Walmart search. And same thing if I want to schedule repeated grabs, maybe on the hour, I'll just leave it there. Maybe what about every 30 minutes? And here you can see I've actually got a notification. It says, oh, this is my Nike notification. So I'm still processing that Facebook grab on Walmart. So I just took a little pause there. It was less than a minute. And you can see in that time, I've got some notifications from the ongoing, I've got feeds scheduled from a number of feeds, but here's the hashtag Walmart was completed with 1,500 items, and the Walmart on Facebook has completed processing 1,105 items. And so now if I go look at my archives, I've got my Twitter feed and my Walmart on Facebook feed, and I can go in and look at those items. All right, here's the overview of my data set, and I can click on this link here and just browse. You see I have adjustable settings here, up to 500 items at once in the browse window. Right? And if I want to go in and read these items and see the metadata, I can do that. And this is called our reader window. So if you were just sort of browsing around to see what kinds of things people are writing on the Walmart Facebook page, you could be doing that very simply here in the reader window. So this is Stu back after a small break. The archives here, one from Twitter, one from Facebook. If I want to look into these archives and browse them or search them, I have the ability to look for everything people hate or say they hate and find here 27 items. That's going to create a bucket of those 27 items. And if I want to keep building up my repository of hate, if you will, I could go search the other archive. Eventually you'll be able to search multiple archives with a single search and get them all in the same bucket if you want. For now, you're going to have to do individual searches of the different buckets, and we'll add the metadata in here very soon. Then these are available to review as buckets or to convert into codable data sets. So these would be the 27 items that in which people say they hate something. And of course, you could repeat this with other words. Eventually, we'll have sentiment dictionaries attached to the system. Hopefully that brief overview helps you figure out how to use Discover Text to look through Twitter and Facebook feeds for things people like and hate. Thanks.